Hi everyone, I know I should make more videos and more often. Some videos back then, well, the lack of privacy restricts me from that, holds me from that, or whatever the correct English phrase for it. If you know what's the correct phrase for what I'm looking for here, please write in the comment section for me. Just, you know, you can learn something every day. So what I wish to talk about is money. You would wonder where does it fit on this channel, post-humanism or maybe religion, and I say both. Well, let me explain. So, how money works today? Well, it is about banks and the rest of the society. uh, how a market would work on a very basic level. A market is working by the exchange of products. Now, I know there are products and money and services in a science book of economy currently, but I could prove that all of these can be want to prove I can prove yes, that's the one. I can prove that all of these in a market are constant. The amount of any of those category does not change, and so I will call both three and whatever you can come up with to I will call all these products. So how so market is exchange of products. How does although the banking system work? Well, you go to a bank and ask for money. Well, if it is not your money, it will be a loan, of course. So they give you a loan, then you pay back the money and the interest later. Well, theoretically. Now, look at just below the surface. So we don't have to go very deep, but we have to look just below the surface. So how does this work? This work that, well, market would work. You get one product and give another product to the seller. So this is why it is called exchange of products. There is product type 1 and product type 2, and you exchange these. So product 1 was at person A, then the product 1 will be at person B, and product 2, what was at person B, will be at person A. I know it seems to over conversating this whole thing, but let's see why it was necessary. In the banking system, you go to the bank, call it person B, you will be person A, and take product 1 and pay back product 1. How did this happen? It is impossible. Well, it wouldn't be impossible if you wouldn't have to pay interest, but you pay interest. Maybe you would say that, oh well, you do things with that product 1 and that it increases in value, and that's how you can pay back to the bank the interest. Well, it is not. You don't work for the bank. You don't have a exchange of products with the bank. You have exchange of products with yourself. So that can product no increase in anything. Only pay back to the bank what you took as loan, the exact amount. So from this we have to see that banks do magic. They really do magic. They create things from thin air. Really. Now, my question is, if banks are allowed to do magic, why are you not allowed to do magic? Because if you are not allowed to do magic and the banks is allowed to magic, then the economic system will fall. Actually, current day it is the third time it falls. Bankrupt, if you can want to call it that way. Now, to express before the background of the current money system, and want to tell you, want to give one more example of the current banking system. So, as all products, let it be physical product or service or money or whatever else, even if you want, we can this time, only this time, involve a time. In a working society, working economy, the amount of products is constant. It do not increase, it do not lowers. It is absolutely constant. Now, imagine the banking system where you take a loan. Well, imagine that $100 or any other money currency you want to exist. So there is 100 pieces. So you ask the bank, the bank has all of the gold pieces, 0 gold pieces. Now the bank gives you these 100 gold pieces to work with, and you promise that you will be paid back 110 gold pieces. Anyone could tell me what happened here? How is the mind working? There is only 100 gold pieces, and it doesn't change. It doesn't grow. It doesn't lower. There is just 100 gold pieces. How will you pay back 110 gold pieces? Oh, and if you don't believe me, just for a quick scientific research, whatever, put on a coin in a safe for 10 years or just a week, and open that safe after the time period you want, and let's check how many gold pieces or dollar or whatever coins you put in there will be there after that period. I tell you, this can be examined anytime. There are just the coins you put in the safe originally. So we can see the current money system is impossible. If you have at home some money, like the bank has 100 gold pieces and you have 110 gold pieces, so after the first period of payback, you can pay back the loan, and the bank will have 110 gold pieces, but you will have 0. And then you go and buy and take more loan. You see how it is, how it can work seemingly for a for a short period, but not work on the long term. So, is there historically any example for the current money system, or any equivalent of the current money crisis? Yes, there were two times. First is not, it wasn't too long ago. It was when the USA, United States of America, decided after the Second World War to not pay back its loans in gold, but instead pay back in dollar, what had no cover to. They didn't have cover for the paper they printed the numbers on, and decided that everyone should take this fictional money because it is fiction. What they would wanted to pay back in real money. What is absurdity, of course. And they knew this is impossible, or maybe they were naive, but currently everyone would know, at least for an economic expert, economic professional. No, back then there was this Black Monday or Black Thursday or one of those where all those where you whatever it the markets corrected. It fell down and it was the big crisis. Well, and we even had the same problem before. It was when around the time when they discovered America, the continent. It was there existed an organization called the Templars, the Templar Knights. Yes, and many people are just as for the Holy Grail, what is just a fairy tale, looks after the hidden treasure of the Templars. Actually, why they would think there was or there is or whatever threshold of the Templars? Because if you check how much money they were supposed to have after the interest the old Europe paid back to them, they would have a huge amount of gold. The problem is with this urban legend, if I may call that like that, well, is that they had a certain amount of gold and they gave out loan. Practically everyone on the known Western world, whole of Europe and the rest, Africa and India, was imperials, so they too. There existed no amount of money, no amount of gold that could pay back the interest that would come after the given out the gold of the Templars. So the economic there collapsed too, and came Friday 13, where the rebelling governments, rebelling people, rebelling aristocracy, because who gave the shit to the peasants, went and exterminated the bankers, in other words, what I call with other words the Templars. Well, this is all I wanted to call about the tell about the religion of money.